Hello, what's up guys? Today we're going to talk about how to get abs. I'm going to show you 7 ways that actually work. At the very end then I will have them listed off in a nice bullet point format so you can simply just look back over them, take a screenshot if you wish, and just incorporate these simple 7 tips into your daily life to get abs. So point number 1 is basically body fat percentage. So if you haven't got a low enough body fat, you're simply just not going to be able to see your abs. And that does not matter what ab routine you're following. You could be following, I don't care, Arnold Schwarzenegger's ab routine, but if you haven't got a low enough body fat percentage, you're simply just not going to be able to see those abs. And it's kind of the same if you're just a real skinny person. You're just going to have like kind of flat abs, and they're not really going to be very nice. So if you want to actually improve them, then you're going to have to improve your lean mass content. Does that make sense? Right. Number 2. Abs are made in the kitchen. Guys, this has been preached for years and it is a simple fact. Control what and when you're putting in here. Right, there's no innuendos there. That's literally strictly food only. Control what and when you're eating, guys. You want to kind of prioritize getting fats early in the day and then protein intake throughout the day. You want to use your fat early in the day to keep you satiated and then use that as energy for your body to burn throughout the day. If you're going to take in a high fat content meal later on in the day, your activity levels are lower, chances are, your body is going to store that fat as fat. It's already in a fat form. Your energy level is low, you're not doing anything. Why would your body go through the effort of converting fat to some other form in the body when it doesn't have to? It's just not going to do it. It's a waste of time, and your body is extremely clever and complex. Abs are made in the kitchen, guys. Number 3, stay hydrated. Drink plenty of water. Don't opt for cans of soft drinks, juices, things like these, because they're just loaded with calories and sugars and you just don't want them. They're going to, especially the soft drinks and the juices, they're going to spike your blood sugar levels, which means you're going to have a bit of a crash after. Your blood sugar is going to be a little bit off. So what are you going to do? You're going to reach for some food. You're going to take on even more calories. So instead of you being in a nice calorie deficit or a balance even, just by hydrating, you're not even actually hydrating with these drinks, you're going to put yourself into a surplus. So stay hydrated, guys. Have a glass of water first thing in the morning. You want preferably for that water to be warm, if not at least room temperature. Having water first thing in the morning will kickstart your metabolism. And here's a nice little fun fact. Your metabolism is responsible for burning 60 to 75% of your daily calories. So do you want to let that sluggishly wake up as your day kind of goes on because you're dehydrated, or maybe not dehydrated, just not hydrated enough, and you don't take on any liquid, any water for maybe 2 hours after you wake up, or you start your day with coffee? Coffee, guys, actually causes dehydration. So would you rather kickstart your metabolism, which is responsible for burning up to 3/4 of your daily calorie intake, and therefore be able to burn more calories throughout the day, or not do that? Simple, guys, simple. Just have some water in the morning, kickstart your metabolism. Staying hydrated, there, guys, this also metabolizes stored fat cells. If you are hydrated, your body is better equipped and more capable of burning fat. Have you ever been just so thirsty that you went and got a glass of water, a nice cold glass of water in the middle of the day or late in the evening? You're so thirsty, and that water just tastes amazing. And afterwards, you feel so good. You feel like fresh. No coincidence there. Stay hydrated. Number 4, a balanced and healthy diet, including supplementation if required. So on top of a balanced, healthy diet, that means you're getting all your macros in there. You're getting your macros from good, wholesome, healthy sources. So they're going to be ticking off most of your micros anyway. Your micros are like your vitamins, your minerals. But what you also want to be incorporated in is supplementation such as like vitamin D3. There's a lack of vitamin D3 as body takes it directly from the sun, because that contributes to the normal production of hormones, especially hormones such as testosterone. Now, if you're lacking in testosterone or any of your hormones are kind of off, it's not just your libido that gets affected by this. Your metabolism is going to get thrown off. Your mood is going to get thrown off. Your energy levels are going to get thrown off. Your sleep cycle, your pattern, all these little things are going to be put out of whack if your hormones aren't balanced and in check. And something as simple as not getting enough sunlight, or therefore supplementing that with a vitamin D3 supplement, is going to disturb and it's going to cause wicked problems. If you're not getting enough sleep and if your hormones are out of whack, you're going to be a little bit more stressed. When the body gets stressed, it releases a hormone called cortisol. When cortisol is released into the body, cortisol enhances the storage of fat cells. So if you're trying to basically to lose some fat, to get visible abs, if you're not looking after your body in terms of what you're eating, drinking, sleeping, you're going to be more stressed, and it's going to be a lot harder then to lose that stored fat. Alright, number 5. We kind of touched on it briefly earlier on, is calorie deficit. If you need to lose fat to have visible abs, which you most likely do if you're watching this video, you are going to have to be in a calorie deficit. One of the biggest killers for people being in a calorie deficit is boredom. So many of us, boredom eat. So I highly recommend, if you are getting hungry, have a glass of water. That will actually let you know if you're thirsty, hungry, or just bored. Chances are you're just bored. If you're watching TV, it's going to be boredom eating. Go out and go for a walk, read a book, I don't care. Do whatever you have to do to stave off that boredom. In terms of how to run kind of a calorie deficit cycle, there's basically 2 ways. You can be aggressive and have a short-term cycle, or you can be less aggressive and you can prolong the length of that cycle. What's best? That is down to you. It's down to who you are. Me personally, I rather shorter, more aggressive cycles, because it's just, I find personally it's a lot easier to, let's say, go for 3 or 4 weeks of being in a very severe calorie deficit opposed to 12 weeks of a moderate calorie deficit. I'd rather be considerably more hungry every day over a shorter period of time rather than slightly hungry every day for a longer period of time. But play around with it, see what works best for you. You might not enjoy those hunger panges all day long, the absolute pains. So a slighter calorie deficit over a longer period of time might work better for you. Point number 6 is, what kind of training should you prioritize? Resistance or cardio? A lot of you are probably thinking cardio, because you hear about people doing cardio to lose weight. Wrong. Prioritize your resistance training. So for a number of reasons. You prioritize your resistance training, you're going to increase muscle mass. Muscle mass requires more calories per day than fat mass. So more muscle mass equals a greater calorie burn. If you do not increase your calorie intake over a period of time, that means a greater calorie deficit, which means quicker road to fat loss. Resistance training also requires your core to work a lot harder for stabilization. So you're also going to build your core. You're going to build your abs, and you're going to build all those other little stabilizers muscles in and around there in the lower back. So if you're wanting visible abs, resistance training will help strengthen your abs, which will help improve how they look. Cardio plateaus after a while. So let's say you run 1 kilometer this week and you burn 100 kilometers, and you run 1 kilometer next week. You're only going to burn about 90 calories. And if you burn the same distance the week after, that calorie burn is going to go down and go down and go down. Whereas with resistance training, it increases and increases. So to get abs, you need to be in a calorie deficit. To have visible nice abs, I recommend using resistance training complemented by some cardio. Point number 7, how should you train your abs? What kind of plan, what kind of program, rep range, weights, what should you be doing? So that's pretty simple. Start off with easy exercises and continuously progress those to harder exercises. If you find you can do a high number of repetitions for an exercise, consider switching that exercise out for some other variation, or incorporate weight onto that exercise. Your abs are a muscle group and they respond to training just like any other muscle group. They need to be correctly stressed, rested to get growth. So if you're, let's say, your bicep and you're just doing bicep curls, and you're using the same weight and the same rep range all the time, again, you're going to plateau off that bicep and it's not going to grow anymore. So why do you expect, if you do every day, you're just going to do 100 crunches every day over a year? That's not going to be stressing your abs anymore. So you want to be finding, okay, I can do 100 crunches. Well, that's even too high. You shouldn't really be going past 50. So you'll be like, right, what exercise can I do now? So now you can start doing leg raises. You've progressed the exercise, you've made it harder. You can start doing bicycle kicks. You can start doing planks. You can start doing ankle taps. Start playing around with some of the exercises there and making them a little bit harder. Remember, they are a muscle group and they respond to training as per any other muscle group would. So don't treat them any differently. Alright, as promised, here is the little chart I told you that I would include with all the 7 points with a quick little summary of what I just talked about. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, guys, go ahead and do that now. If you would like to see more content from me, get updates and notifications from when I post and I go live. If you enjoyed this video, I would appreciate if you could give me a thumbs up and share this with your friends if you feel they will find the video beneficial. Thank you and goodbye.